There are undoubtedly a lot of Apple fans chomping at the bit for the release of the new iPhone 16. It says a lot, rather than millions, as the leaks in the media talk about evolution rather than revolution. The main changes expected include a bigger handset, new colors, a new button for taking pictures, an improved processor, and better battery life. None of these changes will in any way spark the same hysteria that surrounded the launch of the original model. Apple's biggest competitor, Samsung, is due to release its competing Galaxy S25 in early 2025, and all the talk is of a bigger screen, improved processor, better battery life, and other improvements. Where have we heard that before? Smartphones have become our entertainment, our wallet, our work device, and our camera, among other things. This all happened in a relatively short space of time. With the technology approaching stagnation, companies are heavily investing in devices that might replace our phones. AR glasses, watches, and even brain implants may be on the horizon. However, there was a time when a handheld communication device was something from science fiction. And when they eventually were brought to market, the devices did communicate but were often more than a handful. Even though mobile phones, as they became known, grew smaller, they were still just for voice communication and text messages. Nobody could call them smart. However, with the growth of the internet and the introduction of broadband and Wi-Fi, mobile phones took on a new role in people's lives. In 1997, Swedish maker Ericsson coined the term smartphone for its GS88 model. In addition to functioning as a phone, the new devices were a platform for playing games. The developers at Nokia put the first phone game, Snake, on its 6110 handset. Little did they know it would spawn a mobile gaming industry worth more than $150 billion today. Jumping ahead to the late 2000s, two rivals, Apple and Samsung, embarked on creating handheld devices that offered the same power and capabilities as computers. So began the smartphone revolution. Let's step back and consider what goes into making a smartphone smart and capable of doing things beyond basic telephony. Firstly, like computers, smartphones run on an operating system, the most popular being Android and iOS from Apple. These operating systems manage the hardware and software resources through a user-friendly interface. They also allow multitasking and considerable customization. Like a computer, smartphones support a vast range of applications that vastly increase the device's functionality beyond making calls. This is achieved because a smartphone has internet connectivity through Wi-Fi or 4G or 5G cellular networks. These allow a smartphone to provide functions found on a computer, such as web browsing, content streaming, cloud services, or communications platforms such as email and video calling. And the look of a smartphone is also completely different. Gone is the number pad front and center, replaced with a touchscreen to allow intuitive navigation using gestures and taps. What's inside a smartphone could be even more important than the outside. As smartphones developed, they've added an array of sensors along with ubiquitous cameras. Nowadays, smartphones include accelerometers, gyroscopes, proximity sensors, and GPS tracking. These sensors enable navigation, fitness tracking, augmented reality, and enhanced photography. We first saw an early form of artificial intelligence, or AI, when phones provided predictive text for messaging. You can gauge how good it was by how many garbled text messages you've received over the years. Current smartphones have more sophisticated AI, including voice recognition to use with Siri, Google Assistant, and face recognition for added security. As we've said, smartphones are like mini computers. Like computers, they are powerful multimedia devices. Apart from capturing high-quality photos and videos, they can play music and stream video. Just how powerful they are is pretty amazing. If you compare them to the computing power that got a man on the moon 60 years ago, today's smartphones are phenomenal. The current iPhone runs about 120 million times faster than the Apollo 11's guidance computer and has about 1 million times more memory. To give you some idea of the power, the Apollo guidance computer could do a few thousand computations per second, and the iPhone can do 1.6 billion. The AGC took up a cubic foot of space in the lunar module, and the iPhone can be slipped into your pockets. The AGC weighed 70 pounds, and the iPhone weighs just 5 ounces. Not forgetting the Apollo guidance computer did just one thing: guide the spacecraft. A modern smartphone can do so much more and is fully customizable to the needs of its user. With makers Samsung and Apple vying for the top spot in smartphone sales, each is pushing the other to advance phone technology. We know that both are advancing AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning in their devices.
We're taking Galaxy AI with us. Galaxy AI can translate face-to-face conversations in 13 different languages with a feature called Interpreter.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
They will become more context-aware, offering a personalized experience, anticipating the user's needs, and automating routine tasks in real time. AI will enhance voice and gesture control, allowing voice assistants to handle more complex tasks and understand language better. With all this computing power, battery life becomes critical, and improving the technology is a major issue. Manufacturers are researching battery chemistry to develop solid-state batteries that offer longer life, faster charging, and even wireless charging. Making the phones more efficient by managing power consumption and optimizing app usage will extend battery life. Over the years, as smartphones have increased in functionality, they have also grown in size. We now see the rollout of phones with flexible and foldable displays. Early examples proved to lack durability, but more practical designs are coming into the market as the trend continues. Research is going on into 6G networks to provide even faster and more reliable connection speeds. This could enable real-time holographic communication and greater integration with other wireless devices. These new networks would be better suited to integrating augmented and virtual reality into smartphone handsets. Navigation and shopping experiences would be improved by overlaying digital information onto the real world. Needless to say, the cameras will have to be improved. This advance will allow AI-driven computational photography to evolve, providing superior picture quality, better night vision, and real-time object recognition. As we explained earlier, smartphones already have an array of sensors, and we see them being used increasingly for personal health and wellness. Smartphones will play a more significant role in monitoring our bodies, recognizing medical conditions, and giving personal recommendations for wellness routines. At this point, you can see the future of smartphones may no longer be in the handheld devices we have come to rely on over the past quarter of a century. While we hold smartphones, the next generation of devices may be more wearable. We already have smart watches, but why not smart clothing? Wearable devices could handle many of the functions of a smartphone. Augmented reality glasses allow a more immersive interaction with apps without looking at a screen. This hands-free experience seamlessly integrates the digital and physical worlds. Marrying the glasses with voice-activated assistants embedded in earbuds will allow users to interact with voice commands. There are even suggestions for melding humans with the digital world through brain-computer interfaces. Yes, it sounds like it's straight out of science fiction. But we are already seeing early work on the technology, particularly for those who may be disabled or blind. This would revolutionize how we react with digital information, controlling external devices with our thoughts and bypassing the need for physical inputs. A lot of these technologies have the potential to supplement or replace the smartphone, but it won't be in the near future. There's something about holding a device in your hand that reassures users. So, it will be a long time before we no longer hear the cry, "Where's my phone?"
Remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that bell to stay updated with our latest content. And while you're here, why not check out another one of our exciting videos? Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one.